BingX, a trusted global crypto exchange. Trade spot, futures, or copy top traders easily. Sign up via the link or referral code to get 30 USDT instantly, plus up to 1,500 USDT in bonuses for verification, deposit, and trading.
The Australian Taxation Office, or ATO, has contracted private debt collection firm Recoveriescorp for over $42 million, initiating an aggressive campaign to recover outstanding tax debts from a wide range of taxpayers, including those receiving welfare benefits. This significant financial commitment, detailed on the government's tender portal, highlights the ATO's increasing reliance on third-party debt collectors in recent years, a period marked by a notable surge in complaints lodged with the relevant watchdog. Recoveriescorp's involvement dates back to 2022, with their staff working within ATO offices as an extension of the agency's internal debt recovery division. The partnership evolved in 2024, expanding to include off-site collection activities where Recoveriescorp began pursuing debts under its own banner. Reports from Guardian Australia on Monday revealed that since January of this year alone, the ATO has referred more than 355,000 taxpayers to Recoveriescorp, a firm backed by private equity. This move has drawn particular concern as it includes individuals reliant on Centrelink benefits, a fact underscored by the experience of one taxpayer, a 55-year-old receiving unemployment benefits, despite already making regular installment payments towards her tax debt directly to the ATO. She was unexpectedly contacted by Recoveriescorp and given just 1 week to pay a substantial sum of over $2,500, with the threat of further recovery actions, including potential legal proceedings by the ATO, looming if she failed to comply. A spokesperson for Recoveriescorp stated that contractual restrictions prevented comment on specific client arrangements but affirmed the company's commitment to treating all customers with respect and adhering to established collection guidelines. Senior financial counselor Kirsty Robson from the Consumer Action Law Center has observed a dramatic increase in consumers seeking assistance after being subjected to aggressive tax debt recovery efforts. Robson pointed out a critical flaw in the ATO's approach, suggesting that the agency often operates under the assumption that non-engagement stems from a taxpayer's unwillingness rather than an inability to pay, failing to adequately consider factors like vulnerability or situations involving family violence that can render tax debts unmanageable. This lack of understanding, Robson argued, leads to escalating enforcement measures, which in turn further exacerbate an individual's already precarious situation. Labeling it a systemic issue, the collaboration with Allegro-owned Recoveriescorp is part of a broader initiative to recover tax debts, an effort that intensified early in the pandemic when the ATO was initially instructed to adopt a more lenient stance on collections. The extent of the ATO's use of Recoveriescorp's staff prior to 2024, when the arrangement was publicly disclosed, was not widely known. The tax office has consistently maintained that it must intensify its efforts to reclaim the approximately $50 billion in outstanding collectible debt, a figure largely composed of self-reported liabilities. An ATO spokesperson clarified that the contract with Recoveriescorp operates on a flat fee basis, with no performance-based bonuses. Furthermore, the spokesperson asserted that Recoveriescorp employees working at the ATO are subject to the same stringent policies, procedures, and security checks as ATO employees, and that off-site collectors also adhere to ATO-approved guidelines. In a related development, the ATO released a vulnerability framework last month, described as a commitment to embedding a deeper understanding of vulnerability into its processes, strategies, and overall culture. Despite these assurances, samples of Recoveriescorp's final notice demand letters, obtained by Guardian Australia, reveal a consistent 7-day deadline for payment, with stern warnings of potential income garnishment or legal action by the ATO if the notices are ignored. One taxpayer, who wished to remain anonymous, reported receiving such a letter only 3 days before the payment deadline, describing it as a deliberate tactic to induce panic and hasten compliance. This taxpayer also stated that the final notice was the first indication they had of their debt being referred to a private collector. While debt collection guidelines do not mandate a minimum notice period, a general principle of reasonableness is expected. The tax ombudsman, on Tuesday, reiterated the ATO's responsibility to consider individual taxpayer circumstances, following a significant rise in complaints regarding the agency's debt collection practices. Independent federal politicians Sally Stegall and Andrew Wilkie have strongly criticized the ATO's decision to employ private debt collectors to pursue vulnerable individuals, characterizing the strategy as heavy-handed and indicative of deep cultural problems within the tax office. The total value of contracts awarded to Recoveriescorp since 2022 stands at an impressive $42,787,967.71.